Growing up, I had dreams of becoming a professional dancer, a singer, and an actress. Then it switched to wanting to become a physical therapist. After that, it switched to occupational therapy and many other things. Everything just kept switching. I ended up switching to the medical field because not only did I know that it would pay me big money, but it was my backup plan just in case things didn't work out. As you get older, things change for you and you see life in a different perspective. Your values also changes with it as well. Our parents commonly tells us to make sure that you get a job that will pay you money so you can pay your own bills. But I don't think every job guarantees us work. Look at what happened in the year of 2020. COVID happened and a bunch of businesses got shut down and was not able to open up for a while. A lot of people lost their jobs. People began to worry about how they were going to make ends meet, struggling to pay bills on time, and being able to feed their family. On the contrary, a beautiful blessing did come out of it. People took it upon themselves to learn high-income skills and began applying it into starting their own business with it and help millions of others do it. Those people didn't limit themselves to the jobs that they worked for. Instead, they broadened their horizon and relied on themselves to bring in income and guaranteed work. They chose to take risks and created their own hours, becoming their own CEO and to create their own revenue. Statistics stated that there were 5.4 million new businesses in the year of 2021, and it has been on a steady increase. Businesses isn't booming into brick and mortar anymore, rather e-commerce, which ranges from a variety of different outlets, which is amazing. I have seen a lot of entrepreneurs start up e-commerce businesses and come out successful. They created something that guaranteed them financial stability. They didn't limit themselves to being a product of their own environment. I used to tell my family that I want to be and do so many things, and they would tell me that I didn't know what I want, and I would say, yes, I do. I believe that I could do everything, and I still do. I've always felt that I can do what I take interest in and be great at it. I never saw myself to be stuck in a box maintaining one thing. As long as I stayed passionate, consistent, and disciplined, I will go higher. What have you been limiting yourself to? What has your environment, what has your family limited you to be? You are in charge of your own life. It doesn't matter what your family thinks. It doesn't matter what your friends say. And it definitely doesn't matter what that little small voice of discouragement in the back of your mind say. You are graced for what you desire. Don't let negative thinking and negative thinkers entrap you from reaching the level of success that you want to obtain. This world is full of opportunities. Don't limit yourself to being satisfied with the status quo. If you want to be an entrepreneur, go for it. You want to be a musician, go for it. If you want to be a designer, go for it. If you want to be in the medical field, go for it. If you want to be an actress, go for it. If you want to be an artist, go for it. And if you want to be a first generation of college graduate, go for it. Your time isn't over until you're dead in the ground. The only way to stop that cycle of fear is when you take that first step. I hear quite often the question of, oh, but what if I fail and end up back right where I started? Listen, you're going to fail in life. You're going to take losses. There's no getting around that, but what truly matters is what you do after you have experienced that loss. Are you willing to learn from the lessons to apply it to yourself to get better? Even if you keep taking loss after loss and feel like you aren't getting anywhere, don't give up because you are one step away from receiving your breakthrough. When it seems like the enemy is winning, that means that you have to double up and fight back harder. When the enemy throws one punch, that means you throw two punches. When the enemy throws three, throw four. Know who you are and rise up. God is not done with you yet. Speak to your storm and let it know how big your God is. It has no power over you. It may be dark and cloudy. It may seem like the rain will never stop, but what happens after the rain? After rain comes growth. Don't be scared of the storms. Don't let it kill you. Be grateful for them because the storms are here to help you go closer to God, to develop you and bring wisdom. Say these 3 affirmations. Speak it over yourself and believe it with your heart, mind, body, and soul. I will win. Everything that I have been praying for is coming to pass. I won't break. What God has for you, you do not have to chase it because it is coming to you. Any idea that God has given you, claim it and implement on it. God wants to use you. He wants somebody that can handle what comes with what He wants to use you for. If you continue to walk around holding yourself back, God will take that idea that He has given you and give it to somebody else. He wouldn't put the idea in your head if He knew you couldn't handle it. There is a famous quote that says, "The sky is the limit." The sky is not the limit. You can go farther than that. If God sits higher than the sky, what makes you think you can't go further than it? When you put your faith and trust in God, He will take you to a level that you never thought you could. Expect the impossible. Through Christ, all things are possible. There is nothing that God can't do. What hasn't been done, He already done it. Nothing is new to Him. You have to realize that it's not only a relationship, but a partnership too. Some people consider relationships being the same as partnerships, but not exactly, because you have a lot of relationships that doesn't include themselves to be in partnership with each other. Therefore, you have to realize that it is a partnership between you and God as well. The Bible states in James chapter 2, verse 14 through 26, that faith without work is dead. You have to make sure that you hold your end of the bargain, because God is not going to do it all by Himself. God isn't some genie who grants you wishes. How ripe your fruits are comes from the labor you give.